Good evening, everyone in the YouTube verse. My name is Victor Yates, and I'm going to give a review of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars Season 4. I'm so excited that this season begun. And first, I want to give a shout out to one of my favorite subscribers. His name is Day the QT 3000. I really want to thank you for encouraging me to do this review. Without your encouragement, I would not have done this. So this is very new to me. So let's get started off. And I'm reading from my notes. The entrance looks. First, we have Monique Hart, and I really loved her outfit. She gets the top toot of the week from me. The detailing is exquisite. It's like a Queen of the Hearts theme. The heart on her chest with the gold embellishment. The blood red flowers on her shoulders were very dramatic. And she's very on brand, which I love about Monique Hart, with the heart and brown cow stunning. And so I look forward to kind of like all of these references to hearts and brown cows. And I love that she is speaking to America again. That's what made me fall in love with her during her season. And I can't wait for her narration skills to really guide and navigate me through the episodes. And she's still giving us facts, which I love. Trinity Taylor is my number 2 toot of the week with this neon green dress that I didn't know what it was at first until she said it was zip lines when she was talking to Monique Hart. I loved the bracelet and the choker, and the hair really sold it for me. It really brought together the look. And I'm always impressed with Trinity's styling. Her hair really brought this outfit together. One thing that she could have lost was the belt. It kind of bled into the outfit. And so that's the only critique that I have for her outfit. Naomi actually is my third toot of the week. It was very minimalist, but the tooling, the jewelry embellishments really made this very simple garment look very well executed. Monet Exchange, I wasn't really excited about her look. It was just very basic. It was probably one of the my least favorite looks from the group. Gia Gunn came out next, and again, I wasn't really excited about it. There are a lot of things that she could have done to make the look pop, but I found it very interesting that she said that Monique Hart's look looked like it was hot glued together and hers was couture. That reference will come back up later on. And I loved when, I think it was Trinity Taylor that said that their looks were very similar. And Monique Hart said, no, that she's wearing a crown of thorns. So that means we're going to crucify her. And that actually did happen throughout the episode. I felt that she crucified herself by being so negative and bitter to the other contestants. The next outfit, Pheromone, again, I wasn't excited about her look. I think that in her past season that she actually had better looks than this entrance look. And so it wasn't one of my favorites. Jasmine Masters, she wore a very tailored suit that actually was quite beautiful, but there were no embellishments. And so she tended to really blend into the background for me during this episode. And then next we have Valentina. Valentina is disturbingly beautiful. I wasn't expecting the look that she gave. She's all about showing off her body and her curves, and the garment kind of swallowed her up. But I did enjoy it, and it was a risk, and it definitely was a beautiful ensemble. Who else? So we can move on to the big reveal, and Rue comes out and informs the contestants that there's going to be a lot of twists. And the first twist that we hear about is about Latrice and Manila coming back to the competition. And I really liked that they were allowed to come back. They are fierce competitors. And season one of All Stars really didn't give Latrice and Manila their moment to shine as individuals. And about a month ago, I actually saw Latrice perform at Precinct in downtown LA, and she is a phenomenal performer. She has such a presence and a command of the audience. You really want to root for her. And so I love that she's back. Um, Manila's look was very on brand and is a throwback to season one of All Stars. Um, for Latrice, actually, this is the best I've ever seen her look. The makeup was very subtle, which made it dramatic, which I'm not sure if that makes sense, but um, the subtlety really sold it for me with her particular look. Then we got to learn that the library was in session, and I loved Rue's LA Iworks glasses. I really want a pair. Monet's read of Trinity and Manila had me on the floor with when Trinity dies, she's going to be buried in a recycling bin and not a casket or a coffin. I really love that. Um, Trinity's read of Gia Gunn was hilarious concerning Gia's couture versus hot glue comment. Manila's read of Monique Hart goes down as my second favorite read in Drag Race history. The first goes to Jujubee when she read Tyra Sanchez, and she said that, girl, was your barbecue can sold because your grill is fucked up. That was hilarious. Um, Now, Latrice won the reading session, which I expected she would. Latrice is definitely a fan favorite, and I look forward to seeing everything that she brings during this season of All Stars. So now I want to transition to the workroom and Gia's reads of everyone. Gia is definitely getting the villain edit. She reminded me very much of Fifi O'Hara during her season of All Stars. It comes off as very shady, but shady to get a storyline. And it really confused me, considering all of the different clips that I was seeing on YouTube regarding how she was treated on Drag Race and her thoughts of RuPaul during the taping of All Stars this season. And her commentary on Farrah seems to be overlooking the fact that, well, she basically said that Farrah is just a showgirl who is hiding behind makeup and clothing. And so she's overlooking the fact that Farrah is a showgirl in Vegas. It's what she does for a living. Um, And the commentary just seems like it's coming from a place of hurt for some reason. Um, Maybe we'll find out where it's coming from. I kind of am curious to see if we get to learn that as viewers of the show. Monique Hart is the contestant that really caught my attention and really shaped the narrative of episode one for me. I love that she speaks to America, to the camera. She is always really helping us to know where the story is going. And so I can't wait to see her interactions with the camera and then with the other contestants. So let's fast forward to the talent competition. Monique Hart kicks it off and she's singing live, and she had so much intensity and energy for opening up, and I was wowed. And you could see by the audience that they really reacted well to her. And so I was excited that she also was one of the winners for the talent competition. And I was a little confused as how her hair stayed on during this part of the show, but came off during the performance with Trinity, but I'll talk about that later. Next, Naomi Small performed, and she was giving me a Milk reference with her song Fashion. I didn't think that I would enjoy her performance, but I actually did. I liked the weirdness of it at the end. Um, Next, we had Gia. I love that Gia is very diverse with her performances. You never know what she's going to get, but what you do get is her everything. She is a dedicated performer, and she's been performing since I think she was 8 years old. And I love that she's able to connect with everyone in the audience. There was a definite connection between her and the studio audience. And she gave a lot of theatrics and surprises. Um, then we had Trinity, which I thought was ironic based on Gia's comment that tucking is not a talent when they were in the workroom getting ready. Um, we then learned that tucking is a talent. Um, and I loved um, Manila's comment at the end when Trinity revealed her tuck, that she's been tucking wrong this entire time during her drag career. So I was excited that Trinity and Monique Hart won the talent competition and got to perform together. Pheromone's stage was exquisite. I loved her performing like in this crystallized compact. It was very lovely. Um, and I thought it was great editing that when everyone was in the workroom, Monet Exchange made the comment that she was going to put some type of adhesive on the bottom of her shoe so she couldn't slip. And then fast forward, we see that in Farah's performance that she actually slips and falls. Great foreshadowing and leaving breadcrumbs for us as a viewer. That definitely caught my attention. After Farah slipped, her nerves got to her and she couldn't pull it together for the rest of her performance. Had she not slipped and fallen, or after she fell, if she would have kind of like regained her composure, she would have definitely not been in the bottom two. So that was very unfortunate. Um, I did not love Monet's performance. It definitely was on brand with Soak It Up, but it just needed more workshopping, as she would say, from the reading challenge. Um, and then we got Gia's comment that she didn't like the song Soak It Up, and she stated that soak what up? The sweat on her forehead. So it just came off very catty and shady. Manila performed next. I didn't love it. I think it needed a more dramatic reveal. Like if the dress would have been more of a cup shape when she revealed it. She had on this kind of like Bob Ross wig, and then she had this kind of like reveal from this kind of like artist's outfit to this really beautiful gown, but I didn't love it. Jasmine did a stand-up comedy routine because she's known for her comedy in her videos, but it didn't translate well on the stage. Latrice was amazing. She did this very dramatic gymnast performance with batons and flags. And I think had she lip synced the entire song, and if she would have had a different outfit, she would have actually been in the top 2 of the week and would have performed. Next, Valentina performed, and Valentina is such a beauty. It really reminded me of all of the commentary from her season with the Linda Evangelista comment. She's a beautiful girl. Her performance gave me Mexican 80s pop star realness, and I was loving it. And I was actually excited that she was safe because I really want to see more from her. At the end, Gia actually said of Valentina's performance that she was so bored. So another moment of cattiness from Gia. Then we have the deliberation where we find out Gia, Valentina, Manila, and Latrice were safe. And then the tops and the bottoms were Monique, Trinity, Naomi, Monet, Farrah, and Jasmine. And we learned that Monique and Trinity are in the top 2 and that Farrah and Jasmine were in the bottom. And the performance, I actually preferred Monique over Trinity. And we see that Monique Hart's wig had fallen off during the routine. And I think if her wig would have stayed on, she would have won. Although Trinity looked beautiful. She actually changed for the performance, which was Mariah Carey's Emotions. And it actually looked like something that Mariah Carey would wear during a performance. And so she put a lot of thought into the concept. She had a vision for what she was going to wear for the performance. So I really love that. And so we learn after the performance that Trinity decides to send Jasmine home. And I don't know, I would have preferred to see Jasmine stay because I think Jasmine has a lot to prove. But Jasmine reminds me a lot of Nina Bonita Brown. I feel that Nina, during her season, really got in her own way. And I feel that had Jasmine, when everyone went back to, it's not the Interior Illusions Lounge anymore, just backstage to talk amongst each other, if she would have owned up to the fact that she did not outline or rehearse her performance, that Trinity would have saw in her a fire and a drive to stay in the competition. And so she really got in her own way, and that's sad. So therefore, we learned that Farrah gets to stay. And so I'll be looking forward to see what Farah does in the next episode, which I'm actually really excited about. And so this concludes my first review video. I would love to hear back from you guys, like what you thought of the episode. If you think that Jasmine should have left, what do you think about Farah staying, and what do you think about Gia? Is she getting the villain edit? Did the editors just happen to catch her at the right times to piece all of these sound bites together, or is she really turning out to be the Fifi of the season? I look forward to doing the review for the next episode. Also, if you are interested in great literature, I am a published author. This is my book. It's A Love Like Blood, and it is available for purchase. The link will be below. This is my baby, and I am working actually on the my second novel, which will have a tie-in with the first book. But thanks again for watching. Please subscribe, like, and stay tuned for the next video. Besos. Bye.